Hello everyone. So today we will come to the third part of your chapter, that is the last topics which are there in your chapter, atmospheric electricity and earthquake. Atmospheric electricity, actually it is the study of electrical charges in the Earth's atmosphere. The movement of charge between the Earth's surface, the atmosphere and the ionosphere is known as global atmospheric electrical circuit. Okay. Benjamin Franklin, he discovered electricity. Franklin conducted his famous kite experiment in order to show that lightning was electricity. He flew a kite during a thunderstorm and he tied a metal key to the key string to conduct the electricity. Now, atmospheric electricity during a storm occurs due to two reasons. Okay, when two clouds with opposite charges come near to each other, the discharge can occur between them. Okay, and heat lightning. Another reason is heat lightning. Heat lightning is a term which can be seen from a great distance but not heard. Dry lightning, which causes forest fires, and ball lightning, which is rarely observed scientifically. Okay. Another topic which is given is lightning conductor. Okay. The next topic which is given is lightning conductor. Now, lightning conductor, it is a metal rod or wire which is fixed to an exposed part of a building or other tall structures to divert lightning harmlessly into the ground. Okay. And as you can see in this picture, figure 15.11. Okay, figure 15.11, you see that here a figure is given. This is a building. This is a lightning rod, and this lightning rod is connected with the ground rod with the help of wire. Okay, here also in this picture also you can see this is the lightning rod. Okay, now as I have already discussed, that lightning rod is consists of a thick copper strip with a spiked end. Spiked end means what? Pointed end. Okay, and the strip is attached to the outer wall. Outer wall of the building with the spikes raised above the highest point of the building. The buildings at the extreme point of the building, the spikes are raised. The lowest end is connected to the ground level, or you can say it is a ground rod. And what does this ground rod do? This ground rod, they actually first of all, the spikes, they accept charges from the clouds and conduct it harmlessly to the earth with the help of ground rod. Okay, so this is actually the structure as well as the function of a lightning conductor. Okay. Next, you have some safety measures against lightning strikes. Okay, so whenever there will be any kind of lightning strike going on, what we can do is we can stay indoors during a thunderstorm. If you are swimming or if you are outside, okay, don't panic. If you use any kind of vehicle, if you are traveling, then stay in the vehicle where you are traveling and seek shelter in buildings rather than near tall trees. Okay, and if you are caught outside during a thunderstorm and if there is no shelter nearby, you approach or you crouch on some open grounds. Okay, and all tall buildings should be fitted with the lightning conductors to direct lightning harmlessly to the ground. So these are some of the safety measures of the lightning strikes. You study these safety measures at home. Okay, next we will proceed to the earthquakes. Okay, now earthquake is actually what? An earthquake, when two blocks of the earth, they suddenly slip past one another, the surface where they slip is called as fault or fault plane. Okay, they are called as fault. Now, the location below the earth's surface where the earthquake starts is called as hypocenter. Okay, and the location directly above it on the surface of the earth is called as epicenter. Okay, epicenter. And another topic which is given, that is aftershock. Okay, so aftershock is actually what, sometimes an earthquake has foreshocks means actually what, these are smaller earthquakes that happen in the same place as the larger earthquake that follows. Scientists can't tell that an earthquake is a foreshock until the larger earthquakes happens. Okay, now the largest main earthquake is called as the main shock, or you can say the aftershock. Okay, these are smaller earthquakes that occur afterwards in the same place as the main shock. Okay, now what causes actually earthquake? What causes earthquakes? First of all, we know that earth has 4 major layers: the inner core, outer core, mantle and the crust. Now the crust and the top of the mantle make up a skin on the surface of our planet. Okay, but this skin is not all in one piece, but it is made up of many pieces like a puzzle covering the surface of the earth. Not only that, but these puzzle pieces keep slowly moving around, okay, sliding past one another and bumping into each other. Okay, we call this puzzle as tectonic plates. Okay, tectonic plates. Now the movement of the underlying material makes the tectonic plates rub and push against each other. This puts the edges of the plates under great strain, and when the strain slides up to a point, the rock at the plate edges may suddenly fracture. Okay, or you can say it can break. This sends shock waves of energy called seismic waves. Okay, there are some waves which are called as seismic waves. Called as seismic waves in all directions. Okay, and that is how when this seismic waves, when these waves reach the surface of the earth, we felt earthquake. Okay, or we can say we can feel the earthquakes are happening. Now, how we can measure earthquake? How we can measure earthquake? Earthquakes are recorded by instruments which are called as seismographs. Okay, seismographs or seismometers. The recording they make is called as seismograms. Okay, now seismologists, they use seismograms to measure earthquake. Now there are 2 types of scale which is used to measure earthquake. First is a Richter scale, another one is the moment magnitude scale. Okay, now in your page number 193, there is one table, that is 15.1 effects of earthquake. Okay, you learn this table. The magnitude, if the magnitude of earthquake is 2.5, then usually the earthquake is not felt. Okay, and if the magnitude is 2.5 to 5.4, then we can often feel the earthquake with minor damage. Okay, now there are some ranges given from 5.5 to 6.0, 6.1 to 6.9, 7.0 to 7.9, 8.0 or greater, then there will be huge damages which will be caused due to earthquake. So you learn these magnitudes along with the earthquake effects. Okay, and the damage which occurs due to earthquake, suppose the buildings sometimes get collapsed. Okay, then power lines can start fire and cause explosions of gas cylinders, isn't it? There will be power failure, and due to the lack of power failure, the use of life-saving equipment will be stopped. So these are some of the damages due to earthquake. Okay, next in page number 194, you have earthquake proof buildings. Some of the buildings or some of the constructions nowadays people they make, that is a new building materials, that they absorb vibrations of the earthquake. Okay, they absorb the seismic waves, or you can say the vibrations due to earthquake, and how they absorb, by either twisting or bending, and they do not allow the building to break. Okay, so brickwork can be stabilized by surrounding it with wire mesh. Okay, now there are some safety measures are given during earthquake we need to follow. The first one, if you say if you are at home, shut off the kitchen gas supply. We will have to switch off the kitchen gas supply, because if we are panic, or if during earthquake it may catch fire. It may catch fire, so we need to shut off all the electricity and kitchen gas supply. Okay, then during earthquake we should not use elevators, because it might stop any time. So we should use staircase. Okay, then we should always stay inside, okay, until the shaking stops. And if there is no table or desk in the room, sit on the floor against an inside wall, away from the windows or bookcases or furniture, because if we sit near a window or bookcase or furniture, it may fall on us. That's why we should always sit on the floor, okay. Then cover your body, cover your head, with your arm, and hold on to something rescue. Hold on to something secure. Okay. Now, if you are in a car, if you are driving, then please slow down and drive to a place away from power lines, buildings, and trees. Okay, or you can stay in the car itself. Okay, so these are some of the safety measures that you need to follow. Now, in page number 195, you have looking back, fill in the blanks. Okay, so this is your homework. Okay, you do this one as your homework in your science copy. Okay, read the chapter, read the entire chapter, and do the homework, that is page number 195, fill in the blanks. Okay, and other than that, I have already shared the notes, so you go through the notes. Okay, read the chapter. During exam, I may give you some extra questions from the chapter, so you better read all the portions from your chapter, that is chapter number 15, Science and Natural Phenomena. Okay, thank you.